Amtrak announced this week that the Adirondack rail line that runs between Saratoga Springs and Montreal, including the stop here in Plattsburgh, will be out of service now until after Labor Day. So there will be no cross-border train running through the North Country for a second straight summer. Amtrak said just a couple of weeks ago that work to repair tracks owned by Canadian National Railway north of the border would take only about 6 weeks until the end of June. But over the weekend, officials confirmed all service between Saratoga and Montreal will now be suspended for the rest of the summer, during the peak of the tourist season in the North Country.
But then people started telling us, hey, my train was canceled to Montreal in August or September.
Steve Strauss is the executive director of the Empire State Passengers Association. He says it wasn't until after looking on Amtrak's website that he discovered the deadline had quietly been pushed until September 9th at the earliest.
Let's be honest, tell the public what's going on. Why is this work not happening if it's not happening? And what are the two railroads doing to correct this situation?
It comes as the Adirondack line has struggled to get back on track after the pandemic. Last year, service north of Albany resumed after a 3-year shutdown due to COVID, but then was suspended again after just 3 months for the rest of the summer due to new restrictions placed on the tracks that Amtrak uses north of the border that greatly reduced the speed limit the trains could travel on hot summer days. North Country officials said this week they were frustrated about another summer without Amtrak service connecting passengers between New York City and Montreal.
This should be one of those things where there's a much more strategic approach to this so that it's not hampering our ability for inflow and outflow of people into the region every year.
And in a statement this week, North Country Chamber of Commerce President Gary Douglas called the new developments, in his word, a comedy of mismanagement. Douglas says he hopes the early September target date for resolution is for real. And he went on to say that he's hopeful New York's congressional delegation will be able to obtain more transparency and accountability from the rail lines. Congresswoman Elise Stefanik released a statement this week saying that she intends to do just that.